up, man?
Man, that's a pretty awesome like intro. I'm not gonna lie.
Now I just gotta work on an outro.
So I'm sitting there and we're talking about like guests, and you were talking about me scheduling a guest,
Well, I think I don't know. I think I misunderstood.
and I realized that I scheduled a guest on a day that we're not live.
Are you serious? What day did you schedule them?
Don't say anything.
You
Don't
need to
say
fix
anything.
that one.
Huh? So the 14th of April is
Yeah, that's a Friday. We don't go live on Fridays.
it's a Friday. It's 100% a Friday. 100% a Friday. How you doing?
Good, man. Good.
So you're like
what happens when I leave you to schedule.
That is exactly what happens. See what happens when you leave me to do stuff. I'm not any good at scheduling anything. You can ask my wife. I don't even try and pretend like
you had one job.
One job, and I screwed it up.
Because I do put them on. I mean, we don't share a calendar or anything, but I do put them on. You know who guests are on my calendar.
You should probably start sending me invites to this.
I probably should.
You probably should. So looking at that and telling you how little I deal with calendars, when my wife doesn't have a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, or what have you, the little things in life that you do, not necessarily like, oh my God, I'm dying, but you got to get checkups, you got to get your teeth looked at, you got to get your stuff cleaned. If it's not in her calendar, I will not go. I mean, I 100% honestly will not remember that I had it, and they will call my wife and be like, hey, we're waiting on your husband. Do you know where he's at?
Well, what's funny is I being at work with what I do, I do a lot of scheduling. So
yeah.
I use Microsoft Outlook at work. Of course, at home, because everything's a Mac, I use my Mac version. But everything at work is all about scheduling, whether I set up a meeting for this or I set up this, and everything's, everyone always asks me, hey, what do you have open? And I have to look at my calendar and see what I got scheduled. I don't keep up with my calendar as much, but it's funny, we can't do that at home. I've told many things for a lot of things that happen. I tell my wife, hey, put it on the calendar. She's old school. If she had it her way, she'd have her calendar book, her date book. She's got her calendars all on the around the house with the dates written on. She's completely old school. But yeah, I usually keep a calendar that I keep going on it.
100% horrible at keeping calendars. I mean, really so bad that I had Simon. I was scheduled to be on the Funko Friends podcast with Simon for Johnny Funko, Simon, and D for a month and a half. A month and a half easily.
I remember you telling me about that.
Easily they had me on the calendar for a month and a half. He shoots me a message the day before, and says, hey, we're going to be going over this, and this. Would you like to ask us any questions? The only reason that I realized that I wasn't going to be able to make it is because I'm in my car headed to pick up my suit with my wife sitting beside me. I said, oh no, I hate to do this. I hate to tell you this, but I can't miss this event.
Yeah, you would get your butt kicked on that one.
That's how bad I am at scheduling, and I feel horrible that I'm going to have to reach out to someone tomorrow and beg them to reschedule for another day. I'm going to attempt it, and if it doesn't happen, well, it's okay.
It happens.
It's okay. If it doesn't work out for both parties, I totally understand. It's just the way things happen some days. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, really, and not really all at the same time. We have like lots of Funko news out there, and then little Funko news. I mean, I guess you could make anything Funko news because we've been pretty successful at doing that over the course of, how long have we been doing this now?
A long time. Time.
This is what, our third year?
Something like that.
It's been a long time. So our very first
Well, I think we're probably one. I mean, I know there's a lot of people like BOP and Luau and stuff that have been doing their own show for a long time. And of course, BOP had his wife Carrie, but they're more of they see each other all the time, so it's one thing. But I think we're one of the longest running groups because we've been doing this longer than Pop Force One.
I would argue to say that we're the longest.
I think
I
we're
I
one.
would I would argue to say that we have done this the longest consecutively than any other Funko channel, because most of them start off with one person and then it becomes by themselves or with someone else. They're always changing, and we've been pretty consistent with this. And I was trying to remember the first podcast that we had ever gone on together with was with, and I can picture his face, but for some reason I can't picture his name. I can picture his kids, but for some reason I can't picture his name. Who was that?
Wait, say it again.
The first podcast that we went on together with was with, I can picture his face, I can picture his name.
Oh, Dane.
That's it. Dang. I was I can
What was his
picture it.
channel name?
I don't, Dankster TV.
Yeah,
Dankster
something like that.
TV is
And he
what it was.
invited us on one of his like 500 subscriber
Yeah,
giveaways or
it was
something.
something
I was
like
very
that.
new, so to have somebody send me an invite to be on their live was, I mean, that was my first
Huge.
live I'd ever done, and so that was kind of big. That I had no idea what I was doing, and you were there too. I think you filmed outside, if I remember correctly.
Probably. There's no telling. I did a lot of crazy stuff to start with.
But
Crazy stuff. Hit
um,
that chat room real
but
quick. I see.
I think we're one of the longest duo groups going.
I would argue that with anyone
Because
that
I
we
know
are.
for a fact, some people might say, "Oh, Pop Force." No, we interviewed Pop Force One before they were Pop Force
Yeah,
One.
before they were Pop Force 1, 100% we did.
So
We had them all on the channel before they were Pop Force 1.
exactly. All right, let's hit this up. So first in the house, we had Chase's Kingdom, Hails to the Kingdom. We've got Zach Bonifer in the
Chase
house.
is such a good guy. Zach, what's up,
Hey,
man?
don't forget his show every Saturday morning. I
Yes.
stopped popped in the other day. Well, I popped in the chat. I didn't pop in the lot, but
Pops Mafia.
I got Pops Mafia in
I
the
think
house.
I've been
What's
seeing
happening?
Pops Mafia a lot lately. A lot lately.
He seemed to take a break from us for a while for some reason, and then now he's hanging out with us again. So we appreciate him coming on back. Of course, we got Miss Christina
Oh,
Payne, the best
Christina
mod in the
Payne
business.
is in the house.
We got our good friend OTT with G, who actually just hit me up with some Disney information that I didn't even know. So I had to actually look it up, and I'm not going to tell y'all because I'm actually going to probably put it in this week's 5 Minutes of Disney. So y'all will
What?
have to find out.
That almost sounded like some bogus right there.
He,
You
he,
got us all
he
hyped
was
for it and
on
then
top
dropped
of
us.
it. I
You
was
dropped it.
interested, and I think that's all we've got so
That's
far.
so
That's okay.
Zach says Wayne showing up tonight is a huge deal. It kind of is. You don't know how many times I've almost forgot this show. And I had to get reminded, or it was like 10 minutes before I'm trying to put the thumbnail and stuff in. Yeah, you just don't
Well,
know.
I'm you're a lot of times better than me when it's your show because a lot of times I'll go on and your thing's already in there. And literally today I got home. Luckily, I've been going into work earlier, so I've been leaving a little earlier. So I get home and I stop for a second. It's like, wait, is it my show tonight? Is it Wayne's show? Shit, I can't remember. So I actually had to go on the computer and look at see when the last time mine was, and I was like, oh crap, it's mine. I always put mine up late. I'm sorry, it just happens.
It happens though, right? I mean, I'm guilty of it. I've done it like 10 minutes before we went live. I've been trying to get everything in real quick. So I'm going to talk about this for a minute, and then we're going to kind of move into some Funko news. But I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about this on a real level. So here recently, you hear a lot of things like, and this might trigger a few people, so cover your ears real quick. If you get triggered easily, just ignore the next thing that I'm going to say. Just remember that it's all in love and fun. I'm not trying to trigger anyone. They say all the time that men and women are equal, and I can 100% prove to you that that's not true. You ready for this?
Sure.
If me and you were in a hot tub, no one would watch. No one would tune in for the WayneTech Experience in the hot tub. But you put that on the other side, and suddenly everyone tunes
They'd have
in.
100,000 views going.
That look, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
As much as it is, it's not equal by any means. It just isn't.
And it doesn't
I've
have
seen
to be.
that 1,000 times through, TikTok, YouTube,
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm sorry, but there's a lot of people that do certain things, and I'm like, wait, I did that same damn thing,
Yeah.
but because I don't have a low cut shirt and other stuff, it doesn't count.
Yeah, so what brought me into that is I actually, like, was scrolling TikTok one day and I hit one of those lives. I know y'all hit them. They put them like, every 3rd one now, somebody is live, and the conversation of the live was men and women are created equal, but the individual that was doing the live in an outfit that I couldn't wear, and I was like, "This is 100% not equal."
Yeah, if you've ever scrolled through TikTok, especially in the middle of the day, you will find every third screen will be
Yeah.
some person's live,
Yep.
and a lot of times, I'd probably say 9 out of 10 times it's always a woman, and they're only on there because they're propped up on a shelf, and I'm sorry, but it is,
It
and it's like
is.
that's the
It's
only
true.
reason. There's only one reason all these guys are watching you.
Yes.
And
Every
you know it,
time.
and you've done that because you've expected that, because people are going to watch, and because you're going to get money
So
from it.
so let me ask you a question,
Sex
because we're
sells.
not
I'm
talking
sorry, it
about
does.
Funkos, and that's cool with me at this moment. So what does that make you think of the male race when you see that like so many people will stop and hang out just because of that?
Shallow.
All right. All right.
I,
Just
I mean,
recently.
to be honest with you, and I know I may sound like a prude to be honest with you, but a lot of times I look on that and I see that, and I'm just like, I'm
You're
almost
too
kind of
kind.
just, I'm more disgusted by it sometimes than and especially even even if you look on it a few times, the people that say stuff, it's like,
Oh,
really,
so
people?
So look, I have to be 100% honest. When I'm scrolling, they actually do make me stop, right? So it actually does get my attention for that 10th of a second to make me pause. But clicking on it or going any further than that, I'm like you. I'm like, "Oh, come on, man. Are y'all serious? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? What's going on?
I'm like,
Just
really, the
keep
only
scrolling."
reason you're doing this live is because of one thing, and that's it.
Yes,
And
100%.
it bugs me a little bit, but
So, did you see this that's kind of rolling around at this moment? This is something that's kind of rolling around in the community. You know that you have like your channels that always like jump on the like let's cause the controversy type stuff. We're not going to name any names. Everybody knows who they are. So this has kind of been buzzing around in the community for a couple of weeks, or maybe a week. I'm not going to say a couple of weeks, maybe a week, because I've been seeing them in Instagram. I've been seeing them on YouTube. I just kind of keep scrolling because I think like this kind of news reminds me a lot of CNN and Fox News. And when we start doing this in the Funko community, it's like we're purposely triggering people or doing things to get attention to ourselves. And so I've kind of been trying to stay away from that kind of news because I don't want to be like CNN, which is obviously the person who is showing this right here. Funko has recently got caught throwing away,
I did see pictures of
I
this.
guess it's $30 million in pops, whatever it may be. So they got caught throwing it away. There's a lot of people that are in uproar about it. I want to know, not only Chris, what do you think about this? Because I know that you are not really in the community like you used to be. You're kind of in the sidelines. You're still here. You're still like hanging out, but you're not always like into the latest drops and stuff like that. And I want to know what the chat thinks about it, and then I'll just kind of share with everybody like the devil's advocate, the other side of it, right? The what I like to think, because much like Chris, when you've been in business for a while, you kind of start to see things that maybe a lot of people don't see. What do you think?
Um, I see a couple things of this. First of all, I did see I think it was either TikTok or YouTube video of some guy at the dump, and they're saying brand new boxed Funkos. And to be honest with you, I mean, it said on the side and stuff like that. Now, majority of what was there was crap, shit that
Right.
doesn't sell, shit that I don't even think Five Below can sell. And I'm not opposed to this. I mean, it as a company, you have the right to make that choice. Because again, it's a double-edged sword for Funko to that extent. Because you know, let's just dump them, get rid of them, lower the quantity count, and go from there. Or hey, let's do a mystery box run of getting rid. I mean, it's kind of a lose-lose situation for
Yeah.
Funko. Either I trash them, or I give them away, or I do a mystery box run in which we've clearly called them out for a stock
Right.
dump. So to me, it's a double-edged sword, and Funko, it's a lose-lose situation for them. I'm not a, I think it's okay if that's what they decide to do. Sometimes I'd rather them do that and lower the quantity count than dumping off crap that nobody wants.
All right. So I agree with everything you said. Everything you said, because this is the other side to that. If in fact they did do the shit mystery box, let's be honest, it's shit. When they do
They've
that,
already
there's
done it before and they
yeah.
got ridiculed for it.
Let me give you 6 pops out of our storage unit that are just garbage. All right. That doesn't really feel like a mystery box to me. It feels like a product dump, like you said. And they've already got ridicule for it. And I don't mean like a little bit of ridicule. I
They got a
mean
lot.
like us as a community blasted them for that like lazy mystery box that they did. They've already exhausted every resource, I believe, humanly possible. They've went to Five and Below. You can buy them at Marshall's. You can find pops at the dollar store, right? So
And they're not even selling there.
they have exhausted every means of getting rid of these things that you could possibly imagine. They have done. And no company wants to make a decision. Do I throw away or do I continue paying storage? And I seen that OTT threw the thing up there is the reason why they gave everybody. I 100% believe this. And then but because this is what happens. The storage is costing me $30,000 a month. I'm only going to make 20,000 off of what I have there. At some point, I have to say I have to cut my losses and walk away. Right? At some point, that has to be a decision that you make. You have to draw the line in the sand. Good companies know when to make those decisions. So I have to take my hat off to Funko for once in a long time for saying that now was the time to make the decision instead of waiting another year of going further into the hole and
Now
further into debt.
there is a couple things here that people post up. First of all, Post Mafia, I believe the person said it was in Arizona,
I believe so too.
from where the video I saw. And Christina, I do agree with this too. I mean, it's no different than almost third world countries getting the opposite Super Bowl winner T-shirts. But and I agree. Yes, they could have probably gone through like a Make a Wish or some sort of charitable type of situation where they did something like that. Salvation Army. That there were other options that they could have done. But again, you look back at a lot of things, and we live in a world of everybody's watching their every move. They are. And whether they did it and they gave all these Make-A-Wish kids these $2 valued crap pops that nobody wants, that Five Below can't even sell, they're going to get ridiculed for just dumping a bunch of crap onto a bunch of poor charity cases. So again, it's a no-win situation, to be
All right.
honest with you.
Let me play devil's advocate on that conversation. When I was in my early 20s, I worked at 3 different restaurants. I worked in the kitchen at 2 of them, and at one of them, I was a busboy, a waiter. I did whatever they wanted me to do, really didn't care, but that's what I did to afford to not live at my parents' house. I was working 3 and 4 jobs at a time. One of the restaurants that I worked at notoriously threw away a lot of stuff every night. And I said to them every night, hey guys, why aren't we taking this to homeless shelters? Why aren't we giving this away to people who need it? Why aren't we trying to help the community? Why do we throw it in the dumpster? And this is what they told me. They said that if they gave that away to a homeless shelter, even though they knew that there was nothing wrong with the food, if one person got sick from that, they could potentially get sued by everybody that they gave
Yep.
the food away to. So the devil's advocate to giving pops away in mass quantities like that, because this had to be mass quantities, and giving them away like that is if somebody that shouldn't have had their hands on it, let's say a very young child got their hands on one, an arm came off, they swallowed it, it choked on it. Funko is then 100% reliable
See,
before whatever
if you buy it
happens.
and you do that, that's on you.
That's on you.
If they
Yes,
give it away, that's on
that's
them.
on them.
So
So they
again,
become
whether it's a
100%.
situation like that or a social media nightmare, they don't win in any case.
No, there was no way that they were going to appease everyone in that situation. There was just no way it was going to happen. And so I looked at it from every angle I could. I looked at it from a money standpoint. I looked at it from, I would love to say that you give them away, because that, to me, that makes the most sense. But then I had to go back to where, when I was working in a restaurant, and the thing the manager told me
Yeah.
was that they would get
And it's
sued.
truth. And
And I
in a world of society we live in, frivolous lawsuits and anybody trying to take a chance to make a buck
Yes,
freely, it's just it's going to happen.
it is
And
definitely gonna happen.
and I agree again. I agree with you, Christine.
I
As
do,
much as I
I
would
do.
love to see smiles on kids' faces for
Yeah,
getting something small, you
100%.
know that there are Karens of the world that's going to sit there and ridicule them for giving, charity cases crap items. Whether or not it made them happy or not, they don't look at that. They look at the fact that, you know, it, it's hard to explain, but they, and again it comes back to the same thing. What if all of a sudden those kids do something and they die from something that broke off on that because it's
Yeah,
been
I'm
sitting in a storage unit for so
Lord
long
forbid,
and it got
right?
fragile.
Lord forbid that happen, but that's kind of all of the angles as a company that they kinda have to sit back and look at is this potentially going to cause us more harm than good?
The
So
only upside I could have seen is Salvation Army. Sell them to
maybe,
Salvation Army, they could sell them for a buck, and that way
maybe,
you
but
buy it. That's the
would
only
Salvation Army take them?
thing. Yeah, whether they, and again, Salvation Army a lot of times won't take stuff because
Maybe they wouldn't take
they
it.
don't have the storage for the shit.
Right. Maybe they didn't have the storage for it. I mean, so you kinda have to play all of the different angles, and as much as I like bashing Funko, trust me, I'm the first one
I
that
don't
wants to
blame
hold
them on this
I don't.
case
I'm
at
the
all.
first one that wants to hold their feet to the fire when they're doing dumb stuff, but this is the one time that I say, "Let's play devil's advocate." And could you make a case that that wasn't the smartest idea? And you can 100% make a case that how that was going to end badly. But I just wanted to top on that for a second. We're going to get off on it. Did you see the new, check this out, did you see the new Disney games that they are unveiling? This time they're not unveiling them by themselves. They actually did some collaboration with Disney. So the Disney like new games are going to be all about different kind of Disney adventures and puzzles and great animation with great colors. This is another moment where I say Funko did something right. I mean, I hate to say that Funko ever does anything right, but they did something right. Have you
Haven't heard of these at all.
Okay, so they're about to be coming out with the new games, that one of them, and they come out with different names for the different games, right? So you're gonna have the Disney Villain Sinister Spoon game. They kind of give you this description like this is a 5-player game. It's gonna be like grab the spoon race. It's some kind of a spoon grab for the race for high score, something to that effect. This is a 4 to 8-player game at 1998. I don't think that that's a bad price for a board
No,
game.
I mean that games nowadays cost quite a bit.
The one above that is the Disney animation game. Now, some of these, they don't give you as much information like they did with the Spoon game. They just tell you this is a team game that's all focused about heart, focus, inspiration, grit, and teamwork. This one is $34.99. I think this one's kind of expensive. It is a 2 to 4 player, which is really cool. Disney Pixar is gonna be launching the new race game. It's a two-player game. It's 1998. It's going to be some kind of a race game. Look, they kinda tell you right in the description, right? You have the Wild Mickey card game. I think that they're coming out with the Steamboat Mickey. I knew you were gonna be on this one. This is a 2 to 4 player, $8.99. Not terrible. Not terrible. It could have been worse, right? And then they got the pop puzzle. I don't get behind puzzles at all, but it's a 24-inch
My kids
puzzle
love puzzles, so they
for
wouldn't even mind that.
14.99. I mean, it's to me, it's a
They're
high-end puzzle.
reasonable prices.
To me, that's still a high-end price for a puzzle. The card games isn't out of the ordinary. I mean, I don't think $8.99 super expensive for the card game. The $34.99 seems like they're starting to move into the top end of the price, but the $19.98 on the rest of them doesn't seem terrible. I thought that this is something that you would have been all on top of, though, because anytime Funko is doing some Disney stuff, I thought that you were on top
No, I
of
didn't
that.
hear anything about this one.
So that one will be really cool. I have you ever played any of their games?
Not once. I've never
Has
bought.
any
I've seen them in the stores. I've wanted maybe sometimes for the little characters, but never had an interest in playing any of the games.
has anybody ever played their games?
I don't know. I mean, I obviously somebody must be collecting these because I mean they keep producing them over and over again. So
I've never seen anyone play these games ever. Ever. Can you play them online?
I don't know.
This is what we should do. We should get 2 other people. We should buy one of them that's a 4-player game, and then we should play the game at our house, and we'll just, like, pretend like we're all playing on the same board. That's what we should do, because I like beating people in board games. They're a lot of fun. I really like beating people in Uno, too. Uno is take no prisoners.
Yeah, that would be too. And I think everybody's had the family event of like a Monopoly where pretty much at the end somebody throws the board up and it quickly ends the game.
No, I don't have those. That'd be a horrible, like, horrible, horrible. Ready for those Nerf wars. I've been ready for a Nerf war. Christina, I just hadn't quite figured out how to pull it off. I thought that you would be into that. Did you notice that the Funko site has gotten a makeover here lately?
It has. I was actually just looking at something the other day and I heard about it, but now I'm kind of even more into it because I've actually got it up right now. I should actually show these. And I know that we've had some people. You are bringing up what I have up on the screen right now.
Already had this
The
ready.
bitty pops. I like these. I'm into them, especially the fact that I mean I was into them, but I wasn't really going to collect Harry Potter ones. But when they brought out Disney ones,
So the Funko sites had a bit of a
I'm a little bit more
makeover.
into it.
I don't know if everybody's like really noticed this yet.
Well, the
You
app got a makeover too.
you check out a little differently. The top bar up here is a lot differently. So it used to be kind of wonky. You would press this and then it would all drop to the right of this. So now it just drops down. The super easier way to use this. But check this out. They did one other thing that I'm kind of a fan of. So anytime you used to like scroll down here and then you would back out, it would back you all the way back up to the top of the page and you would have to scroll all the way back. It doesn't do that anymore. So look, whoever like sat down and like really like tuned their page in did them great service. They made it a lot more user friendly so that people like me don't get so frustrated while I'm trying to mess with it.
I
These
want
things
these bitty
these
pops.
things are cool. Have you ordered any of them?
No, not yet. I just noticed them.
So
Like I
these
said, I did. I think I've seen. I got a tweet. I think a Diz Tracker tweet about these, and I heard they were doing a Disney one. So I'm like, okay, of course, I'm fully on board with that. The only thing I don't like is if you actually look at these, each one shows there's a mystery one, but in that picture they show the mystery one.
they show the mystery one, yes.
That was like, bro, why say there's a mystery one if you're just going to show the mystery?
They're just gonna show you which one is the mystery one. That way they just kinda wanna give you a little heads up on which one the mystery one is.
I mean, I like the mystery ones. You got, you got Conductor Mickey. You've got what the hell was it? The Taylor Mickey. You got the Steamboat Mickey, and then you've got the Drumline Mickey.
Yeah, I mean, so they're kinda cool, right? I mean, you
I
really
like
can't,
them.
like
I mean, it's not something I'm going to put on my shelf and people are going to recognize because they're going to be really small. But my kids have some of these smaller items, and I've always thought they're kind of cool to a certain extent. Now there's actual Funko ones, and I think they come with that case, don't they?
They do. They come in that acrylic case. You're good. It looks like that they're stackable, which is also pretty wild that you're just gonna be able to stack these guys up. I do, however, like you, I hate the fact that they showed us which one is the mystery. So now you know which one is going to be
Yeah.
your mystery. Maybe they have some other ones
Well,
that are
you know that if you order all 4 series, you're getting all of those. So
right. So maybe there's the other ones in the mystery that we just haven't seen yet. But
maybe.
we do know that like this is kind of where we're at, and I guess this is going to be the mystery ones right down here.
Yeah.
So it looks like that you're going to have a chance of hitting these four: the steamboat, the drummer, and the
The
orchestra,
conductor and
the
the
conductor,
Taylor.
and
The
who?
Taylor. Taylor.
The Taylor, and these are 1/3 scale. That's pretty cool. So I actually did order some of these, and when they come in, I'll do a little review on them. I didn't pick up the Harry Potter ones just because I'm not that big of a Harry Potter fan. My daughters are, I'm not. So I didn't pick those up, but I did think I'd pick these up just to look at them.
I think they're cool. I will most likely order at least 1 or 2 of these.
A lot like you, though. I hate the fact that we already know which ones the mysteries are. I wish that would have been done a little differently. And like you said, if you order all four of them, you're guaranteed basically to get all of the mysteries. So that's kind of garbage too. If you are into the Harry Potter, though, look, I can see where these things are going to they're going to catch on. I mean, I
Yeah,
really can.
I think where they will do the best if they try to make it. I mean, these are cool to order these online, but if you put these in the Target or Walmart and someone just sees this on the shelf, you're more likely to buy this on the shelf than you would online.
Your kids are. So
Yeah.
you like your kids and my kids are into the mini brands. They get
Mhm.
those little
My
mini
kids
brands.
I have a ton of the mini brand
They're
stuff.
gonna eat these things up because they're into the little things, right? And I can't necessarily say that I blame them because they collect more of them than I can collect of regular size stuff. Or like right now, I want some sideshow stuff that would take up a quarter of my floor. I mean, so I can kind of understand like where stuff like this is appealing. I have one coming. I'm going to open it up. I'll let everybody know what it looks like. If you didn't get one ordered, just be on the lookout for that video. I have a video coming up this Friday that's gonna like trigger a lot of people, man. I think that like this year is gonna be the year that I trigger people.
Yeah, they can suck it up.
this year, this year is gonna be the year of people getting triggered. They're pretty cool though. There's a lot of they really did their site some justice by revamping it. I mean, it's a lot better than it was inevitably, and I love how you can now like actually back up in the
Well,
page
I
without
like the more categories of the fandoms. That kind of is kind of nice. That I think the overall top features show off with the new releases, the exclusives, the coming soons, the what's on sale. I think it flows a lot better than it used to.
Right, and I like how they're not making me, like, go to another page every time I wanna skip down. Did
Yeah,
you notice that? I was doing that on purpose just to kinda show that. If you'll notice, you don't no longer have to scroll over to a new page. This thing's never
yeah.
gonna sell. I said it once, I'll say it again. I said it, that's right. I said it out loud.
I
It's never
still
gonna
like
sell.
it, but I haven't ordered it.
Never gonna sell. I said it out loud. So I was kinda doing that on purpose just to kinda show everybody that Bob's Burger is really cool. So, but check this out. When you get to the bottom of the page, you no longer have to click, like, to the next page. You see right here, it just says,
Yeah, it's just show more.
"Show
It's kind
more."
of nice. It flows really well.
Right, and then it just keeps dropping down, so you don't ever have to, like, "Let me go back to page 1 where that one" the page 3 is where I seen the Chewbacca. Let me try and find Chewbacca again on page I don't have to, like, scroll through the pages anymore. I just keep hitting the little drop down guy and keep going on from there. Super cool. Look, whoever, like, revamped all of their stuff did a great job. Just
Yeah.
absolutely great job, and I just kinda wanted to, like, showcase that, though, because I knew everybody was going to wanna see that. I just knew that y'all were gonna geek out over that as much as I did.
And I know, I think Chase definitely down there. He's made fun of the bitty pops, but like I said, I made for me seeing my kids get the mini brands, and having even the little stores they can set up. It's some of those little mini like toy items are just cool as hell, and I think this just for me it takes into that because I've been used to seeing it.
Alright, so let me play devil's advocate today because I'm having a lot of fun with playing this devil's advocate thing. I got a box here that Chase sent me, by the way, that I was gonna get open. I love playing this devil's advocate thing today, Chase. So let me help you out with devil's advocate. So when they released the Batman, not the Batman, when they released the Spider-Man line, because you know they're going to, and they release them all in those little bitties, and they release them in gold and chrome and diamonds and whatever it is that they release them in, you're going to buy them. I would put money that says you buy them. I'm just willing to bet that that when they come out with the Spider-Man line in the biddies, you're going to be right on top of that one. So Chase sent me his really awesome sticker. I know what this is from. This is going to be from the Target Con. I've been so behind on getting my boxes open that I just haven't like gotten boxes open in forever. So I just thought that I'm just going to just start doing shorts here at some point. That way I can start getting all of this stuff open. You're gonna be jealous. You're jealous of this one. I can already tell you're jealous of this one. I know you are, but that's all right. It's all right. You're gonna just be okay with it. This one was not for me. This one was for my wife, but I say it's not for me. It's 100% for me. She'll never come and look at it. Check this out. Check this out. Let's get that down real quick. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, that's Maleficent one. Yeah, that one's cool.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Another diamond edition too.
This is the first time I've looked at 1082 Maleficent villains. They're showing 6 of them on the back of the box. It's the same 6 they've kind of just been stomping into the ground. I hope that like soon they start like bringing out some new Disney villains to stomp into the ground. But really cool, all the same. That's really cool. And I was really excited that you didn't have to buy that stupid T-shirt to get this one. I did not want to have to buy that stupid T-shirt to get a Maleficent that I wasn't going to like the T-shirt to, and it was going to sit in the box, and I was never going to use it.
To go back on one thing real quick, where he's saying with they're just like the pop tees. I think this is different than the Biddy Pops are different than the pop tees. Pop tees were something new, even maybe basing off of something that was in a Dorbs type of line. So I think that these were much different. I think look at it this way: you've got a 1/3 scale pop. You didn't have a problem when they went to supersized pops or 10-inch pops. What's the difference of whether it's 10-inch or whether it's a 1/3 scale? I mean, it's still a pop and it's in a box.
Look, I'm with it. I'm with it. She is pretty. She is really pretty, Chase. I truly appreciate you, brother, for picking this one up for me. Chase and his Target hookups grabbed that one for me. She is really pretty. Now, I actually have this one in the black light version, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she's prettier in the diamonds than she is in the black light, which is just crazy because I am a huge fan of the black light versions, but this is just a gorgeous pop. They did a great job with the Maleficent. I mean, just great job. The whole scene that they put on is great. She's got the raven, the rock behind her. She has an accent to the rock. Look, this just a phenomenally well done pop. Insanely done well. Just extremely done well. There is look, I'm with you. I'm with you. They're no different to me than the big ones. I think that we're going to see this line become very popular. I don't know how popular it will be with people like me and people like Chase. I think
I think it was smart to introduce a line with 2 very big brands.
I think that they are targeting, and hear me out, they are targeting our children. They're targeting the children that are buying mini brands or targeting because look, that my mom collects mini brands. It's not just my children. So there's adults that collect these things as well. That's what they're targeting. They're targeting that audience group. So they're not necessarily targeting
mini brands is huge.
They are. They're a huge brand. They're not necessarily targeting like the sideshow guys. Like I think that I'm moving into sideshow. I'm really moving into sneaker collections. They're not targeting so much as like the normal size Funko.
I don't even think they're targeting the average Funko.
Yeah, that. I don't even think they're targeting like the average Funko collector. They're going after that
mini brand group.
That mini brand group is what they target. A lot like how they went after like the seasonal cards, and they're going after another audience. And I think that it's a genius move. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not buying any because I bought a line of the Disneys just to check them out. I 100% promise you, if they come out with a Deadpool line, I'm buying every one of them. They'll be stacked back here in the corner as high as you could see.
Well, it's funny for me, I'll most likely end up because I've taken a bunch of items to work, and I'll probably take those minis and take them to work and set them up.
Yeah, I see like what they're doing. And this is a good move to me. I think that there's a lot of like news going on about Funko and how bad they're doing, and it's look,
That is kind of funny. Quick draw, by the way.
what
At
did it
least if they
say?
don't sell, they won't take up much space in the landfill.
That's right. At least I'm gonna get rid of them. Hey, and check this out. Chase was on to something. I might get a slingshot and just see how far you can launch these things. I might tell you that the Mickey flies way further than the Mini. I mean,
Now, I did want to go over, of course, what did get released last year, which is their upcoming con, and go over some of those items. But
oh
did
gosh,
you see this new Marvel mystery box they're putting out?
I didn't. What they got? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'll bring it up on the screen. Oop,
Yeah,
wrong
talk to
button.
me. What you got?
So I saw this earlier because I think there were some people that were complaining about the first only character they've announced on it, which is a Marvel mystery box, $30, which I don't think is horrible for 3 pops. But it looks like it's going to come with 3 pops. The main one is a glow in the dark Venom,
Ooh,
Funko exclusive, with them holding a Mjolnir and the sword of Silver Surfer, which is kind of cool. I think this is one of the better looking Venoms that they've put out, to be honest with you,
ooh, I
compared to some
like.
of those last Carnage ones they put out with a really weird head. I like this look of the Venom, and I'm hoping those eyes glow really cool. But I don't know. I don't do mystery boxes much, but $30
I
isn't
don't.
that bad.
Hold on. Talk to me. What is this?
A Marvel mystery box. I guess it's out now. You can buy it right now.
Funko is doing a Marvel mystery box.
Uh-huh.
Are
This
you
is
pulling
a
my
Marvel
leg?
collection with Funko web exclusive Marvel mystery box. This bundle features 3 exclusive items, including Pop Venom and 2 additional mystery pop Marvel exclusives. Strengthen your Marvel collection with a glow in the dark pop
Oh,
Venom that wields Mjolnir and the sword of Silver Surfer. What will be the 2 mystery items bring to your Marvel team? Vinyl bobbleheads is approximately blah blah. But yeah,
oh,
I don't think this is a horrible price for a 3 pops.
this is going to be big.
You can buy it right now, and apparently nobody's really paid attention to it.
I don't see that you can buy it right now. It says
Oh,
notify
maybe it's
me.
not. It's notified me. Okay, so it's coming out.
This is going to be big. I mean, this is going to be really big. So Funko actually thought out this mystery box. This is a really cool mystery box. You can tell that they thought it out because it's going to be Venom themed, right? I mean, so they got the Venom theme that they're going with Marvel. Marvel's not going to let them do anything that's
Well, a
not
lot of
well
people's gonna
planned.
go after that Venom alone because
I
I thought
want that
that
Venom.
Venom's cool.
I've seen that Venom floating around on the internet, and I didn't realize that that was a mystery box that he's
Only
coming out
way
of.
you can get him is through this mystery box right now.
But let me tell you why this could be big. They could put a Funko Freddy in there.
You don't know.
They could have a
They're gonna be. It's
Marvel.
all gonna be Marvel themed though.
They could have a Marvel Funko Freddy. I don't know
Could
that
be.
I've ever seen a Marvel Funko Freddy, but they could. Why couldn't they?
Yeah.
You could have a you they I have seen a Marvel Funko Freddy. They had the Venom Funko Freddy sometime back. I
Hmm.
have seen a Marvel Funko Freddy. This could be a big, big deal
I don't
for
know
them.
when it's actually releasing or anything of that nature. It does say you can purchase up to 2 at a time. Um, so yeah, and
That
again, price wise, that's for 2 pops. And let's hope this isn't a product dump, because hopefully they dumped all their crappy product off in the landfill.
all right, but hold on. Let's be honest. Even if the other 2 pops are just shit,
$10 a pop.
I'm with the Venom. I mean, I would probably pay $30 on the secondary market
Yeah.
just for the Venom. I mean, just for the Venom. I mean, you throw the other 2 away and just for the Venom. I look, I'm also a huge Venom and Carnage fan though. So I mean I think there's a lot of people that are like me though, that are like, man, I could get behind that just because it's Venom.
Buy it just for the Venom alone.
Yeah, just for the Venom. I can get behind that just for the Venom, and if by chance I pull a Freddy, then it's just a gold mine, right? I mean, that's adding to the experience at that moment, but just for the Venom is why they did that. I think we'll see lots of these to come. I think that they're about to pull some fun stuff. I was
But
hoping for
again,
Funko.
this I think comes back to, yeah, there's been some bad mystery boxes that Funko has done, but this maybe this is a product of Mariotti, very possible. But this is a way to bring that value back to a Funko exclusive. You
Yes,
release it
100%.
in a mystery box like this, where you can only get this pop through a mystery box. I think this is genius, and I think this is very good. And do I think it's going to sell quickly? Yes.
They could, Chase is saying they're Venomized. They could be Carnage. They could be anything. They could be Funko
Yeah.
Freddy's. Look, I think that this is going to be big for them. If they did monthly drops like this, like a lot of your mystery box companies, they would give the mystery box companies a run for their money. And I think it would be very successful for them to
And
do them
Chase,
that
with this,
way.
I do agree that box, the top of the cover is a Venomized look type item, but they are marketing this as a Marvel mystery box. So they did say that the two additional mystery pops are Marvel exclusive. So I would beg to say that all three pops are Marvel, whether they're Venomized or not. They're all going to be Marvel in some sort of way.
This could be big for them. I mean, not just big for them, but this could be big for us content creators as well. I mean, this could be a really cool like run for it. See, and the 2019 Venomous Funko Freddy
Yeah,
is stupid expensive pop, stupid expensive pop to get your hands on.
it's
Like,
popular,
yeah, but
but
look,
it was
this
also limited.
it was very limited. This could be a really cool like step in the right direction for Funko. Look, I've had nothing but positive things to think about Funko here lately. I understand that there's a lot of things that we could like dog them out about. I'll wait until they give me something that I can really just dog them out about and not feel like there's another side to it. I
Well,
mean,
we have said, when we at the end of last year, when the Mariotti thing was, we knew that there were going to be big changes. We
we
knew
did.
that there were, we all said, hey, let's hope they stop overproducing, which, by dumping a whole bunch of pops in the landfill, that's probably giving us a good inclination that they're going to stop overproducing. Are we going to start getting good items and not just product mystery boxes? It looks like we are. There are things that are becoming positive. Now, do I still like Mariotti? No.
No.
But business
No.
wise, as far as what he's doing to the brand, putting money where it needs to be put, like the website, the app. Um, I think these focuses, redoing the social media thing, although their Twitter page has really pissed me off recently, because of what they've been putting up there. The whole, Funko Me type thing is just stupid.
What does
But
Funko mean?
yeah, there's let me see if it'll pop up here.
Ooh,
Um,
maybe they gave me something I can get negative about.
let's see. This
Let's
whole
see,
thing.
Funko. You can't let me get through it yet. You gotta get me worked up somehow. Hopefully, this is it. I
So,
seen something they did on their Instagram that I don't 100% agree with. I don't 100% disagree with, but I'll wait until like you show me this one to see if I hope that you did it.
the whole
Get
beginning part of their Twitter is nothing but this crap over and over again.
what is it?
You have some of this, and then this stuff right here. You got, basically just Funko doing all these pop yourself images, and I don't know if these are people that work for him or what. Website looking fantastic. So and it goes on for days. I've gotten a crap load of
Oh,
these in
what
my
is this?
notifications. I'm like, what the hell? I don't give a crap about this.
So is this like is people are Funko popping themselves, then
I,
Funko posts a picture of it or something?
I don't know. I don't really know. Is from I don't know, but it's annoying. I think I just
Seems
want to see the
seems
products, and I
annoying.
don't want to see a whole bunch of people pop themselves.
Seems annoying.
It is that
Funko,
that.
we're tired of
Other than
people
that, I
popping
think that's
themselves.
dumb. But I think they've done a lot of good. Going into the realm of positivity. I think they are going into a good realm of going in the right direction.
Oh, Chase is saying that they're now 3D, and that's what people are going crazy about.
Airs.
Now that you can like, yeah, you can 3D your guy now. So this is what I was saying a second ago that I don't 100% agree with, but I don't 100% disagree with either. So it kind of brings me into this strange like spot where I'm like, meh, I get it, but then I don't get it. I don't understand Funko letting someone else announce a product and then not announcing it fully. This is kind of one of those strange moments where they were like, "Oh, is it or isn't it?" But look at like we stole this post from Pokemon and we put it on our site. we
Is
we
this a
we
private post?
so it's a Pokemon post. It's Pokemon something. I can't really see who it was from. I think it says Pokemon official. This is kind of showing you that they're going to be coming out with a Pokemon box that are like the holographic cards. Have you ever seen like the holographic cards where it changes? Like, can you see the shimmer in the top? See the shimmer in the box?
Yeah.
So they're kind of like showing you this preview, and they're like, "Is this to come? Is it not to come?" Pokemon kind of released it, so you know that it's obviously happening, right? We're gonna get some holographic Pokemon boxes, but then Funko drops it on their site, just a copy paste from TikTok, drops it on their page, and then they just put like the little thinking guy, and it's like, come on, man, that is the laziest way of announcing something that I think humanly possible. I think that in the realm of how lazy can I be, this is it. You let Pokemon announce the boxes, and then you put a thinking guy as a is it really coming or not? It's 100% coming. There's way too many of them right there with the same number on it. Come on, let's be honest. People aren't
Yeah.
going to make the same box over and over with the same number on it. It's
Yeah, it's weird. I, I
if
did
you're
I did hear that they were starting to make exclusives for Pokemon Center.
if you're a Pokemon collector, this box is going to be huge to you. You're going to want to get your hands on this box faster than anything else because it's that holographic box. I don't know like what that means on the realm of what's going to be inside of it because you can see that they still kind of teased what
Yeah.
was going. They never like truly showed you
I,
what was
if
inside.
they're doing that, I mean, it's got to be. I gotta only say it's got to be a Pikachu of
I
some
was
sort.
thinking of Charizard is what I'm
Yeah, so
thinking.
one of those big, top five
Yeah,
characters, a Charizard, a Pikachu,
I agree.
something
100%.
people
Yep.
people notice right off the bat.
You went to Pikachu, I went to Charizard. I said it's gonna be a Charizard inside of it.
Could be a
They're just not
Mewtwo, who knows?
could be. They just didn't wanna show it. I wish that instead of, like, announcing things this way, that you would just, like, unveil it already
Quick
and
Draw
let
says it's a card game. Well,
Yeah,
Pokemon's a card game, we know
yeah,
that, but
100%.
this is a pop for it. And there's yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we know what Pokemon is. That's I don't think what the question is. We know we know it started as a card game. They've had, of course, also a cartoon. They've had tons of video games. They've of course got Pokemon Go, which if you go to Walt Disney World, you'll find tons of Pokemon Go spots, stuff like that. But there's of course the new WonderCon 2023 reveals. This one right here, not the one with the bag, because I still think the bag's cool. But power line here, I this is the one that I must have. I
really?
need power line badly.
This is one of them that I didn't think would be
If
that popular.
if they're dude, you have, especially you go to Disney World. I mean, I've got my DuckTales shirt, and old school 90s. People my age are like, man, that thing's cool. Powerline came out in the 90s, was a big hit for a lot of kids, and now they're all adults. So
I can see it that
Powerline
it
needs a
has
must have.
21,000 likes. I mean, so I can understand, like, where it has some kind of a following. I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of following it is, but
That's the only. I mean, there's some other ones in here that I think are cool, but the only one I must have out of this is Powerline.
cool enough. What do you think about the 3-liter Maleficent?
It definitely cool. I think it's a good choice. I think this is well, no, I take that back. This is the second Disney 3-liter because the first one was Baymax, of course. But the villains line is very big. There's a lot of people that go after the villains line, and Maleficent is probably, or no, this is the Evil Queen. This isn't Maleficent. So the Evil Queen is probably one of the. I think Maleficent's the most iconic villain
Right.
because of the dragon. In fact, I think they did do a dragon 3 layer, so this will be like the third Disney one.
Yes.
But the Evil Queen, of course, come from Snow White. I do like the. I would have to have the chase more because I'm sorry, she's holding the poison apple.
Yep.
That to me is cooler than the chest, but I think it's definitely cool.
So this to me is really cool. I'm glad that you pointed out that it's not Maleficent though, and that it's the evil queen from Snow White, right?
Yeah, this is Evil Queen from Snow White.
Snow White. So it's the evil queen from Snow White.
The mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. My problem is in the 3 liter itself. I like all of these Disney things that they're doing. That gray to me though is off-putting. In I
Yeah,
don't
I think definitely was it. It was the green soda bottle they did for the
Hulk.
Maleficent dragon, which popped. I mean, I've seen
Yes.
pictures of it. That thing is cool as hell.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree. The gray, I would like to see more of maybe. I mean, her iconic color is purple.
They could have done
You know,
they could have done it in gold
a
and
purple
kept
or
the
gold,
label.
gold with a crown.
Yep, they could have done it in gold and kept the purple label. They could have done it in a black or a white or
I
the
would say maybe a red because of
red,
red with the apple.
green for the apple.
Yeah, I mean, they
I
could have done a lot of things, but the gray's weak.
The gray is off-putting to me. The gray seems very unplanned. Does that make sense? It seems
Yeah.
very
Thrown
unoriginal.
together more
Yeah.
than anything. Of course, this is what the second. What do they call these vaults?
This is another one that's coming out of the vault. This one's gonna trigger so many people.
The
I don't
Lotso.
even I don't even understand.
I don't know why they did Lotso. To be
Can
honest, with
somebody
you.
please tell me though why this triggers people? This is gonna trigger so many people all over again. I knew that this was gonna be something that Funko was going to like really like double down on. They're gonna triple down on it. They're gonna quadruple down on it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The very second they throw the Superman up, I'm first in line to get my hands on the Superman coming out of the vault because it's only a matter of time before it happens since they
Well,
did the
I'm kind of
Batman.
confused because I understand if you want to do a Toy Story, but out of all the fantastic Toy Story characters we have
This
ever
must have been a
had,
popular one.
you pick Lotso?
Must have been a popular one. I promise you that they did not pick one that was a flop. I
I
mean,
don't know.
this must have been a popular one. I could look, Chris, I could guarantee you that Funko did not grab one that was a flop. I bet you there's already nasty posts about this out there, how Funko is going to ruin the original. I promise you, they're already out there. This must have been a popular character.
Must have been.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
know.
it must it had to have been. It had to have been. Or they wouldn't have redone it like that. I'm telling y'all though, the very second they dropped that Superman, I'm
See, the
first
only
in line.
here's the other thing, and I know Chase has had the Batman, and he's absolutely loved it. My problem with the whole safe looking thing is it's not displayable. It
It
just
it isn't. It isn't. They made that pretty tough to like
and to
get
me,
behind.
for a person like me who doesn't, go up to mystery boxes, and I look for things what I can display. I like the sceneries and stuff like that. That's not displayable, so it doesn't appeal to me. That's something you stick on and you start stacking up a bunch of little safes. It's stupid, but I mean, I get it. I get why some people like them. To me, I'm just not into it.
Yeah,
I
no,
do really like this Hercules, by the way.
I do like this Hercules, and I'm with you, man. I get it. I really do. I think that the actual making the safe was probably going a little too far. I think they just could have made like a box that looked like a
Yeah.
vault or a safe and said that this is, coming out of the vault. I think that they took it a step further than they had to, but they must have sold. I mean, they say that they sold out, so they must have sold out. I doubt that they sold out in all honesty because it took weeks
Has
upon
this
weeks
whole
upon
has
weeks.
it and this may be stupid again coming. I seen this coming up. Has this WonderCon already happened?
No, so this WonderCon is gonna be happening I actually knew the answer to this before you said something. It's this month. I wanna say that does somebody know? I wanna say it's
When does WonderCon happen?
the 24th or the 29th of this month. It's somewhere around there, but somebody drop over there in the comments. I know we have a lot of great, like, people that are on here with us every week, so I know that somebody over there
And
knows
I do
exactly.
want to go to this comment with that one. I get it. There are it does appeal to multiple people because a
They
lot of
do.
people
Yeah.
collect collector coins. A lot
Yep.
of people, and trust me, Disney. A lot of people collect pins. It is a real thing out here. And of course card collectors. So it kind of appeals to multiple people. I just don't like the display ability of it. That's my problem with it.
Yeah, no,
That's just me.
I agree. They appeal to a lot of people, and it's really awesome. I think Funko's doing some great stuff. It just doesn't appeal to me. I mean, I'm with you on that. It doesn't do it for me. Maybe once I get one in my hands, I'll see it another way, but for now, I don't see myself seeing it any other way.
Yeah. So it said WonderCon is 324. But he did say that apparently GameStop is already selling theirs for some reason, or maybe they're pre-ordering. I don't know.
Okay, well, they're probably pre-ordering them now. He said it looks like Funko is on their way to being Beanie Babies.
I don't necessarily think that, to be honest with you.
I think that kind of for a long time we've all been saying that Funko is like Beanie Babies. I don't honestly think Funko is like Beanie Babies anymore. I believe Funko is Funko. Depending on this year will depend on, I think, the longevity of Funko. If Funko pulls themselves through this year,
I agree.
I think that they won't be going anywhere. They will have proven that they not only they gained traction in COVID, but they will prove that they are a force to be reckoned with
Yeah,
if they can make it through this year. Now
I agree.
there's going to be all kinds of controversy between now until the end of the
I
year.
still think we're gonna see major adjustments and changes that are still gonna be
I think
happening
so
within
too.
Funko.
I think so too. It's going to continue happening just like it always has. And the other thing is, a lot of times people don't understand that it's probably in both parties' best interest to separate. It's not
Yeah,
always like just in the interest of one party. This to me is really cool.
I do like this Cinderella. This is, of
They
course, the scene from the very beginning of the movie. Her getting everything for her sisters and her stepmother, and yeah,
so
Lucifer.
when they came out with Lucifer, I was all behind like they give me the other scenes of Cinderella other than in her dress.
Yeah,
So
there's so many great scenes. I think of it. I mean, one I don't think I've ever seen is the pumpkin. You know, why can't I get the word in my head? The pumpkin carriage. I've never seen the pumpkin carriage in Funko type thing. At least if there is, you guys may know it.
I
But
don't think we've ever seen the Wicked Stepsisters either.
I don't. I think we've seen Madame Tremaine, but I don't think we've seen the Wicked Stepsisters.
I
We've seen Madame Tremaine as a villain, which
I
she
don't yeah,
is.
I don't know. There's look, I'm all for give me the side characters, just like I would be all for that with Snow White. Give me all of the side characters. I would
And
be
I do agree with the comment in here. Jacques and Gus Gus. Yeah, I would agree. We need Jacques and Gus Gus.
see, I mean, I'm with it. Give them to me. Give them to me. I think these things are cool.
Yeah,
Now, will it
OTC. Yeah, the carriage. I don't think they've ever released the pumpkin carriage from Cinderella, which I think would be great. Flick, secretly one of my favorite Pixar movies, A Bug's Life. I do like this. This is almost like a movie. This got to be a movie moment.
I don't know. I don't know enough about that one. That's where like you being here can help me
Yeah,
through those.
this is when he takes off into the unknown and that he uses the dandelion flower to kind of fly away. It's a good scene.
So
No interest.
this is where I sit with this. I feel like Funko gives us the same DC characters over and over and over and
And we could say
over.
a lot of that. I mean, mind you, being a Marvel fan, we could say a lot of that with Marvel too. But I mean,
There's
look
more
at
of them,
Spider-Man alone.
but there's more of them.
Yeah,
So
there.
there's more of the Marvel characters, so I guess it's not so obvious. When they just keep recycling the DC characters every year, the same character, just a different recycled
But
chase.
DC
Congratulations.
does have a lot of great characters, even
I
a lot of
know.
great villains. Like we've never seen Captain Boomerang. You know, we've never seen. You know, there's just so many good characters that I think that could be very cool on DC, but they just stay around the flagship type of characters.
So Chase is on his 23 month of donut life. He says that if she was carrying some brewskis, he might buy it. I understand.
OTT said they did. There has been a Cinderella carriage. So
I
sorry
wasn't
for
sure,
that.
so
I didn't know.
I'm with you. I wasn't. I don't comment. I try and not comment on things I'm not sure about. All right, let's talk about this for a minute.
This
Y'all,
Hedwig.
Are y'all ready for this?
I think haven't they already done this one?
Are y'all ready for this? These new Harry Potter stuff that they're coming out with is going to be big. Big.
Well, you
I
do
don't
know there's another Harry Potter movie coming out, right?
I don't know if no, I didn't know that. I don't know if they've already done this one, but I know that on their site they're starting to bring out the houses. So they're bringing out the houses
Those
logos,
ones are
kind of
going to
like,
be huge.
and they're going to be huge, huge.
Yeah, there is a new Harry Potter movie coming out, and she did do another book. It's called Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I've seen the trailer on it. Of course, the original characters do come back to reprise their roles, but it's a weird time traveling type of movie, and it's going to be a little different than your other Harry Potters. But the main characters have all come back to reprise their roles, so it's going to be
Huge.
cool.
It is going to be huge.
Uh,
This is a quote unquote 10,000 piece. We're not going to call it a limited edition.
50,000.
It's an open limited edition. Everybody should start to get that phrase down. So it's an open limited edition 10,000 piece, which means it's more like 40 or 50 or 60. Whatever number it is they get to and what country they're at. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't. In fact, I've already talked to my wife. My sodas are coming off the shelf. I'm just kind of, to a certain extent, I'm kind of over sodas.
I'm not over them, but I have a video that's gonna be dropping Friday that that's look, trigger warning. I'm gonna put trigger warnings all over it.
Yeah, I know
It's
there's a lot of people that love sodas. A lot of people are still into them. A lot of people that love them. I'm just kind of, I'm over 'em. I like the 3 liters. I would collect the 3 liters over the sodas.
Oh man, I'm not gonna tell y'all. I can just tell y'all that I'm gonna be exposing some stuff Friday that's gonna trigger a lot of people. A lot of people are gonna get triggered, and it's gonna be funny. But I'm with you. I'm not into these. There is one in particular that I'm into. There's only two pops that I'm going to be actually going after in the WonderCon. This is one of them that I will be going after. I do want this one in my soda collection. I think this is a pretty awesome soda. It says it's a 2,500 piece limited edition. I hold no more bearing
How many
on
Snagopusses have we done? I mean, seriously, how much we gonna eat that one?
the problem is I don't have him in my collection. I know what you mean, but
But
my
again,
problem is
if we're gonna ring the towel on the Hanna Barbera, why haven't we seen a Grape Ape 3 liter?
I like I said, I get it, but the problem is he's not in my collection. So I have to go after this one. I just have to.
Yeah,
Well, man, OTT, you're gonna need to watch me Friday. It's a trigger warning. I promise you, it's a trigger warning. There's a lot of people that are it's gonna get a lot of hate, and I don't really care because I think that people need to hear it. I think people need to hear it. This
these
is
are weird.
also another really cool one, but you can only get one of the clown, the Funko Freddy clown. You can only get
That
him at
clown is things of nightmares. I'm
at
sorry.
the convention is the only way that you can get him. I agree with you though. This clown is strangely creepy.
If I had
There's
that clown in my house, I'd be worrying about that it'd be in a different spot around the
I
house.
I think that I'd put him in the safe every night. I mean, he has a eerily strange appearance to him.
I mean, it's a total Bozo the Clown type of ripoff, but that's a thing of nightmares right there.
I it's really it's different. It's different. I'm not upset that it's a convention only. I kind of wish I could get my hands on it though. I'm not gonna lie. I have the very
There's
first
a
one of
lot
these.
of people that want the gelatinous cube. I didn't get the first one.
So I got the first one, not thinking that anybody would want it, and it
It was
blew
huge.
up. It blew up. It was one
Yeah.
of those pops that I got just because I wanted it in my collection. Everybody had to have this pop. So once I seen this one, I knew that once again they were going to have one that blew up because I've already seen it blow up once before. The difference is it's green and it doesn't have the arrows sticking all in it. It's super cool as well. This is one of them that a lot of people are going to be going
Yeah, I'm
after.
hoping because this will short. I'm sure that most of this will be online. A lot of people will be going after that, and I can get my Powerline fairly easy.
Yes. So there's like I said, there's only 2 of them that I want, and the soda was one of them. This guy is going to be the other one.
Yeah, you like collecting. I don't know anything about the show, so I don't know. I mean, I think it kind of looks cool, but
So this one piece is going to be super hard to get your hands on. It's one of them that's going to do like the whole like Instagram nonsense. People are going to be going crazy for it for a split moment. For a split moment, they will, and then it will calm back down. It will hit like where it should go. But I'm only wanting him, and I'm only wanting that soda. That is it. There's nothing else, and I think out of the WonderCon stuff that is super exciting that you just have to get your hands on. I
my
just
my biggest two, it would go, of course, is my power line. I mean, if I were to choose 3 of them out of this, it would be Powerline, Hercules, and Cinderella. To be honest with you,
you don't need this guy.
nah, the scroll. I mean, scrolls are cool, but nah, not really my thing. I don't know. No. You
So I don't
scroll as
did you
Iron Man.
did
Mm.
anyone notice that the Star Wars comic moments are different cases than any other
No, I didn't notice that.
comic moment they've made? Only the Star Wars have a different case. It's really weird. Really weird when it comes to the comic moments. For the Star Wars, for some reason, has a different case than anybody else.
I got the treasure pirate. He's over there.
All right, so I lied.
Oh, the hippo from
There's
Moon Knight.
3 of them that I need to get my hands on. So the hippo from Moon Knight, I am a huge fan of Moon Knight now. I would have never thought that that would have been something that I would have been into, but I think that it's a crazy good storyline.
Mhm.
I should read the comic books. I think it's such a great storyline. It reminds me a lot of like Deadpool's crazy storylines. I didn't realize that they had her in there. That is really cool. That's a cool one. The sodas to me though,
Soda again, Valkyrie. Yeah,
I feel
okay.
a lot like you though in the sodas, and I hate to
I'm just
admit that.
bored with them.
They're kind of there's some of them that are played out. You know that the numbers are no longer limited, so that kind of like it's kind of like
Agreed.
rubbing that in your face. There's a lot of like craziness with the sodas that at the end of the day I have to agree with you on, even if I don't want
Christina
to.
wants Cinderella.
I don't blame her.
Oh yeah, this is Bill Murray's character. I haven't seen Quantumania yet, but I have seen enough to know um, uh, uh, that this is Bill Murray's character, and he's kind of an interesting character, Lord Krylar. How the hell do I don't remember
Have
how you
they
pronounce
made a
it.
Bill Murray pop?
What's that?
Have they made a Bill Murray pop?
Um, I don't know. Ghostbusters, maybe.
So,
Yeah,
but I
Ghostbusters.
mean Bill Murray. Have they
Bill Murray
made a
himself?
Bill
No.
Murray?
I would love to
Huh?
see a Caddyshack pop.
I mean, 'cause I don't think I've ever seen like just a Bill Murray.
I don't think
That
so.
that would be interesting. I mean, look, I can kind of get
Have
behind
they
the
done a
fact that
Zombieland Bill Murray? But
I
yeah.
I that they have done the Zombieland Bill Murray. I have that here somewhere. It had a Chase variant to it. They absolutely did. I see him sitting right over there. So the Chase variant, they had the long hair versus the short hair.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Chase
that's right.
variant
That
was
is
the
right.
short hair. They actually called it Bill Murray though, and that's why I was wondering, have they had a Bill Murray pop, right? I mean, because we all know this is Bill Murray, right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't say Bill Murray. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just Bill Murray's character. It's not Bill Murray.
Yeah, I know they did. I know they did the character for uh Ghostbusters. I would love to see a Caddyshack one. I think that'd be cool. Of course, is the funny part of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with Baby Groot, and of course Rocket was the rest of the story. But
What am I
th-
missing here?
this is basically, he had a bomb, and there was a small area, and Groot was the only one that could fit down there, and Groot kept wanting to hit the instant destruct button, and he had to hit the other button, which gave him a time delay, and he kept screwing it up, and it was kind of a funny little moment in the very beginning of the movie.
Rather had the guy with no holes. Spoiler. No? I'm confused. Chase,
Wait, what is it?
you look. It doesn't take much to confuse me, and you confused me.
Again, I
you
have not seen the movie, so
this is the end of what they have in the WonderCon. You know, every time they have to have one of these stupid T-shirts that's going to be going in with the WonderCon. I guess this year is going to be all about the Funko Freddy clown theme that they have. That reminds me a lot of like some creepy like clown that I don't want to like
Oh,
really
that
think about.
clown is creepy as shit.
They got that stupid Pez dispenser that's also going to be there.
I thought they stopped doing Pez's. Those are just a waste.
Well, you know, with Mariotti back at the Reign, they're gonna have
That's
to
right.
start these
He may have,
stupid
yeah.
Pez dispensers
I
again.
think they stopped doing it when he was gone.
Yes, because they were probably just not that great of a sale, but they have to go after everything. We know that Funko wants to go after the Pez. They want to go after the mini brands. They want to go after the hallmarks. They want to go after the every part of
No,
collectibles
go
that they can.
go back to that Groot. It doesn't say Guardians Volume 3 on
What?
that Groot. It does say Volume 2.
What do you mean?
Go back to the Groot. See on the top corner, it says Volume 3 or Volume 2. I'm sorry.
Volume 2, it does say that there.
It
That's
says Volume 2, not 3.
so weird. I can't remember exactly which one
I
it
wouldn't
was.
mind that one only because I do have a bunch of mini Groot pops from the I Am Groot series. You also got the picture of where these items are being sold. Of course, they're all going to eventually be on the Funko.com website. But that's the United States one, and most of them, of course, are on Funko. Show only for the glow in the dark gelatinous cube.
Yes.
So OTT, sorry, I know you were hoping to find out how to get the glow one, but you have to go to the show to get the glow one.
I was not surprised to find out that the gelatinous cube was going to be at GameStop again because that's where he was last time.
Yeah,
Entertainment Earth has that stupid soda for whatever reason.
they got a weak one for you.
They they got a week.
FYE, of course, got what the hell is it? Poison Ivy.
Yep.
Hot Topic got that weird anime one.
Always do. I mean, that's just kind of like the Hot Topic thing. Target
Target got the hippo
got
and
the
the
hippo.
comic.
Okay,
Um,
I still don't think Walmart. I honestly think might have got like the better.
Walmart got the better too.
I think Walmart might have got a better hit in that one with
They
the
got
Groot and
two
Hercules.
solid characters that I might go to Walmart just to get both of them.
Then you have a whole list of them that are only going to be available on Funko.com. The One Piece is only going to be available on Funko.com.
My power line's only going to be
Yes.
Funko.com.
So there's a whole bunch of them that are only going to be on Funko.com. I think that this is one of the stronger conventions we've seen in a while. Just if I'm having to like,
Yeah.
I hate to say that it was
Well, what's funny
wondrous
is how many times in the past. Now, maybe there's a few here you could probably kind of put in that category, but there was always in the past year, almost I would say, every con you could look at least 5 items in there and go, okay, they just made too many of these and they got to dump them.
They just dropped a label on it. Yeah, they
I
just dropped a
don't
label.
see that all that much in this, to be honest with you.
So if I was
a couple of them you could say, but
if I was going to say, so the Entertainment Earth soda is definitely one of them.
the Groot is probably another.
Groot is probably another that they just stuck a sticker on it. Other than that, maybe the Bill Murray one, maybe
you could almost say that with Moon Knight a little bit, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, I don't. So they've got some really strong ones this time, which is a different move for Funko. They've been pretty messed up when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to see that, or at least I think that Funko is moving in the right direction. Maybe they're not. They'll probably like do something really stupid next week that'll remind all of us that
Chase, really, you wanted that clown? That clown is creepy as shit.
That clown is so creepy. Who would want that clown?
Clown is so creepy.
So Chase, just go to Whatnot and pick it up like the next day
Yeah.
for $2. For $2, it's going to depreciate that quickly. I mean, the very next day you'll be able to hit it up on Whatnot for $2 easily.
But I definitely only one I'm going to go on the 24th is for that power line. I need the power line, but the other two, the Walmart ones, if I saw them at Walmart, I'd definitely pick them up.
We know that the gelatinous cube, if you're just wanting to flip something, is going to go way up in price. there's that group is so hard to say like what's going to
Wait,
go up in price.
how is he saying the hippo is way too skinny? That's how that's a proportion the hippo was in the show.
Now the One Piece, we all know that that one's gonna go way up in price. It's just the way that they go. There's only a few of them, I think, that are just gonna be straight home runs, and that's going to be the gelatinous cube and the One Piece. The rest of them are just gonna kinda be middle of the ground somewhere. Maybe by chance, maybe that stupid, like, clown goes way up, but I don't think so. I didn't see any limited
That
numbers
glow in
on
the
him.
dark cube is going to be an instant grail.
Yeah, I didn't see any numbers on him. They're not, well, I mean, they're also not showing the box. So
Mm.
I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one this time. If you're just looking to add value to collection, it's gonna be a tough one to try and figure out which ones are going to go way up in price. I think that this isn't gonna be the year for that though. I think this is gonna be the year for grabbing some cool stuff that
I
doesn't
do.
necessarily go way up in price, but is pretty cool at the end of the day. So I think this is gonna be the year for grabbing some of that. Maybe next year
I'm
shows.
definitely impressed with the direction that we're seeing. And again, some people may look at that landfill dump as a negative thing, but I
You
don't really
could.
see it as a negative thing. Again, it was a lose lose for Funko either way. It may have been the one way they thought, well, maybe we can just dump these and nobody will notice. Um, it could have been, but I'm not hating on them either way. I think dumping a bunch of stock and basically acknowledging the reality that they overproduced.
Yeah. I
That,
mean,
that to
they
me that was that to me that's a sole acknowledgement right there that they know they overproduce and they have to stop that shit.
yeah, they said, "Hey, guys, we messed up." I mean, it happens. It happens, and I can't I'm with you. I can't just bash them for it as much as I just wanna be like, "Oh my god, y'all are so stupid." I can't do it because I can see all sides of it. I see all sides of it. If I had something sitting somewhere that was costing me, I say 30,000. I don't really know the number, but it was costing me 30 and I was going to make 60 off of it, but it was sitting in storage for 3 months. I've got 90 into inventory that's only going to make me 60. I got to do something. The
Mm-hmm.
bleeding is happening and it's real. I mean, you got to do something. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of them were really stupid pops that weren't going to sell. They
That
were
from the images that the guy was showing on the side of the boxes and stuff, it was shit pops for sure.
can't use a laser. That's what I'm talking about. Laser. Yeah. That would have been fun. Look, at some point, I might start making some videos like that. I'm afraid to make videos like that because I'm afraid that YouTube is going to like blacklist me some more. I think YouTube has this tendency of putting me in the no list already. So I just don't get on YouTube unless it's to post videos now.
So we in the very beginning we talked briefly about guests. Of
Yes.
course, right now we have a guest coming in 2 weeks, and his guest has been on the show in the past, but a very good friend of the show. So you know we'll tell you just yet. We'll tell you next week who that's going to be. We do have a very, and that's I think all we're going to tell you. We do have a very big guest coming on next month. Never
Very
been
big.
on the show before. What you guys, if anybody in the pop community will know who this is.
100% will know who this is. Instantly, we'll know who this is.
This is going to be a different type of one too because of who this is. We're giving you a little bit, at least I'm giving you a little bit to say, Wayne and I have to do something that we've never had to do before. We actually got to come up with a list of questions beforehand.
Yes. So we're going to have to come up with the questions beforehand, and they're going to have to be pre-approved. So this is not going to be like a Funko collector in the community. It's going to be someone that's in the community, but they don't currently have a YouTube channel. It's going to be really really
I
big.
mean, you
It's going to
guys
be a lot
know
of
us.
fun.
We like to come off the cuff, and we just like to play things loose. But we, you know, Wayne got got us this opportunity, and we're okay with making adjustments to what we do.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a little bit more scripted than anything we've ever done before, which will be different for us because, like you said, we come off like the cuff a lot.
Uh,
So
to be a
I don't
thousand,
know.
the only hand I'll give you because again we're gonna string this along for a couple weeks and no lie. But to be honest with you, I've said comments about this person many a times, not in the
Yeah.
greatest way. So I am still rather surprised
Yeah.
this person is coming on. So
It's going to be really cool. It's gonna be a really cool experience. We're for the first time ever gonna have to act like professionals. Um,
can
so
we do
it's
that?
I think so. I think we'll be able to wing it somehow. Somehow I think we'll be able to pull this one off. We've done enough shows now that we'll be able to pull it off. What do you got going on next week? I know you got some like really cool Disney
We
stuff
got
going
5 minutes
on.
of Disney. I got a new class, so I got to focus on that too. But you know, I am going to Friday. I'm taking the day off, and we are going to go down to the Florida Strawberry Festival, which is in Plant City. It's only about I don't know, maybe 45 minutes an hour south from me. And this is one of my favorite. I did a video on it last year. I may not film the whole thing. I may do more TikTok type situations. But this is one of our family favorite events we go to every year, and I absolutely love this thing. So it's a lot of fun, and we're gonna go to that. And then you know, as far as Disney, I'm not sure. We're gonna try to get out there in the next week or so because, of course, Flower and Garden Festival just started last week, so a bunch of new fun food booths out there, and of course the great plants and foliage that they have all around the park. It makes it probably one of my favorite festivals that they do, and but it should definitely be a lot of fun and go from there. But I mean, right now videos are slow. There are plans in the works to increase them soon, but there's a lot of things going on in the background here in the TechBot household that are going to be changing over the next couple months. So that is a good thing, and it can also give a lot of advantages to doing more videos and having more editing time to be able to do that stuff. So it's a progress in the making.
Sounds like a lot of fun though. I mean, sounds like a whole lot of fun. I mean, I'm not even gonna a whole lot of fun. And do y'all do something with the strawberries? Do you go and pick strawberries and make like a strawberry
No,
potato
but they
chip?
have, of course, you know, they got the classic strawberry shortcake all over. And they got a lot of strawberry, but of course, it's a standard carnival too. So you got carnival fare, food, stuff like that. But when you leave, we always leave out of this one entrance or one exit, and there's usually on the outside of the carnival they have basically you can buy flats of strawberries
Right.
for like $20.
That's
It's
awesome.
cheap and it's stuff that's just picked because Plant City is one of the biggest strawberry producers in the country. So this is some of the best strawberries you'll get, and it's fresh as hell.
So check this out, guys. It's not Top Pops. Tristan would never return any of
He
our
won't
emails.
return our messages.
He'll
I'll tell
never
you
return any of our messages. That's already been set in
that. I think we've
stone.
been blacklisted
Yeah,
from
we've kind of
Yeah,
figured out why Tristan's never gonna respond to any of our
yeah.
messages by now.
We
It's
we've given up on that one,
the person is very involved in the Funko community, but does not have a Funko channel. That's the best tip, best clue that I'm gonna give you. It's
and it's
very
not
involved.
Robert Pattinson. Damn it!
Very involved in the Funko community, but does not have a Funko Pop channel. So it's that's as far as I'm gonna list that one for now. Everything you have going on sounds like a lot of fun. I always love seeing your TikToks. That's always a lot of fun to me when I see your TikToks come up. They always make me a little jealous, so I'm not gonna lie.
What's funny is
But
and I don't know if people are getting tired of them, but what's funny is every time I go someplace, I always have that one video, that one clip I do, and I just like doing it, but it's like this is my scene. How's yours? Type thing, and
right,
I don't know because
right.
I get to go to the parks all the time, so
Yeah,
I
I
say
don't know.
why not?
I like it. I like it. So, guys, make sure you check me out Friday. I'm telling you that there's gonna be a lot of trigger warnings.
I want to see. I'm
A lot
excited.
of a lot of trigger warnings are gonna be happening Friday. I might even have to cut off the comment section. It's gonna be a lot of, like a lot of trigger warnings are gonna happen, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are going to want to put something nasty in my messages. So make sure y'all have me there in the messages because it's gonna get funny. It's gonna get funny.
Dominican Lou, good seeing you. I don't necessarily know if I don't hate me if I don't remember who you are,
Dominican Lou, what's up? It's in the
but
house.
things are going well. I don't know.
Yeah. We
Definitely don't forget to hit up some of our great friends. Make sure to hit up Chase on Saturday mornings with Morning Brew. And don't forget to hit the Luau up on Sunday nights. Both great YouTubers, both great shows. So don't forget to stop by there and hang out there. Oh, now I know who the hell that is, and I'm surprised in hell that he has found me. So you'll have to hit me up on Instagram down below, and we'll have to catch up there, Lewis. I definitely appreciate it. Long time no talk for sure.
We appreciate y'all coming.
Don't forget to hashtag Johnny Funko is Diss Tracker in any chat you do go, because we're going to continue that for the whole year.
That's going on, guys. We appreciate y'all coming.
Y'all take it easy.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.